Hi everyone, we are sitting here at the beautiful lake house on Old Hickory Lake near Nashville, Tennessee. My name is Stephanie Jacobs. I get the awesome opportunity to be youth director at Unity of Nashville as well as Unity of Music City. And this is our first ever video lesson plan blog thing that we're doing with my son, who is going to be, what is it you're going to be, Thomas? You're going to be the cameraman, the editor, as well as the producer of these amazing videos. Back in like I think it was 1996, I had this awesome opportunity to be in this methodology of teaching class in Chicago. And I remember one thing my instructor said, and he said, whatever you do as a teacher, steal with your eyes. So I hope throughout these next 12 weeks, we can carry on doing this, and you can find things to steal with your eyes for your family, your ministry, your spiritual center, however we can do it. We're getting ready to launch the Metaphysics of Oz. We'll be taking Diane Vanzera's curriculum, The Journey to Oz, which can be found on DianeVanzera.com, and turning it into our creative lesson plan system. Now, remember that the creative lesson plan system incorporates 12 Powers Yoga, which you can find at 12powersyoga.com, and mindfulness stations into already existing curriculum. So I'm hoping you can take some ideas. We're going to be kicking off, before we start these lesson plans, the first Sunday, just seeing what the kids remember, seeing how many kids have seen The Wizard of Oz, seeing what they remember about it. We also found some great reading material, short stories, smaller version books at our local library that we will be reading to the class to just trigger their memories. We will then go ahead and do the whole 12 Powers yoga poses, every one of them, to somewhere over the rainbow. Now, I want you to know that during these next 12 weeks, each 12 Powers yoga pose will represent a character with the Wizard of Oz. Faith, which is our first pose, will represent Toto. Will be Glinda. Imagination, the Emerald City. Order, those clicking of those heels. Remember, finding that peace within. There's no place like home. Strength will be the lion. It takes a lot of courage to have that strength to rise above your doubt and fear. Understanding, our path to understanding is the yellow brick road. Wisdom will be the scarecrow. He doesn't think he has a brain, but he actually gets them out of almost every sticky situation on their way to the Emerald City. Enthusiasm will be the Munchkins. Now you gotta remember, they're so enthusiastic to tell Dorothy what to do and what she should do, but they never go to the Emerald City themselves. Release that water that melted our Wicked Witch, those negative thoughts. Life, every one of us, Dorothy. Dorothy is on this journey just like you and I. Love is the Tin Man, of course. And power is Oz, because we go to the Emerald City and we realize the Wizard of Oz is nothing but a fake, because we all carry that power within ourselves. After we experience 12 Powers Yoga for this kickoff lesson, we will then ask the children, who's your favorite character? What's your favorite part about the Wizard of Oz? And give them some discussion time. And then we will introduce them to the mindful moment stations, the mindfulness stations that we will have in each classroom. Now those will change depending on our creative that we offer each week, but some will remain the same. We'll have some Legos, some type of building blocks so they can build their own Emerald City. We'll have color sheets of the Wizard of Oz that can be found online. We will also have blank sheets of paper for those that like to draw. And we're going to also give those older children a chance to do Wizard of Oz skits, acting out their favorite scenes. And maybe if you have enough time in that hour, you can allow them to act those out, or encourage them to act them out for the younger kids. They will end that first kickoff lesson picking their mindfulness stations and going between each one. We will then follow up that week having a family movie night where everyone can view The Wizard of Oz before we kick off our first lesson, which will be week 1. The journey to a far country begins. I hope you tune in next week as we journey to Oz. Namaste.